Negative Nancy, I've been
Have you
building this
got
thing for the last couple of weeks.
ocean floor plants turned on? What is it? Ocean plants.
Vehicle, ocean reflections, ocean plants, yeah.
Ocean plants have been a lag causer for a long. I have them disabled.
I think that lightning should be louder.
I don't.
Tree quality. High quality trees.
What, is that better wood?
Don't know.
Better for making stuff out of?
I've turned off the ocean thing. Plants.
Cool.
To be honest, I don't see that many trees in the game anyway.
Wait till we get to Sawyer Island. Sawyer Island's covered in trees. That's where all of the forest fires happen. Actually, while you're offloading, because this is probably going to take a while, I might go and reclaim my train.
You find it.
Yeah, it's up on the map, top right. It's a shame to waste the fuel.
I have no plans to play Omsi at the moment, Hardy.
You can come over and take a look at it if you want while your boat's offloading.
Well, I'm wondering if that would cause issues back here, you know?
Oh, it won't offload if you go away from it. That's a good point.
Speaking of which, I'm going to save it.
It would be just like this game to troll us in that way.
Just lock that in. Transport research scientist.
Jet fuel again.
Blimey, they want to go quite a way, don't they? 5.7k.
Really laggy suddenly.
I reckon it's the rain. Whenever it rains in a game, FPS always drops.
Yeah.
2.5k of fuel left to pump. I think I'm going to move that cabin forward a bit on deck. Try and improve the sensor of mass properly. And I'm wondering whether to try 2 generators instead of 1. Oh, sorry, 2 motors instead of 1. We've got 1 large motor in there at the moment.
Downed helicopter.
A downed helicopter, is that rescuing people?
Yeah.
Gone down in the ocean. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Gotta take him to the hospital. That's totally doable.
Yeah.
Would it be better to enlarge the cargo bay? To achieve what exactly? We don't tend to move a lot of cargo around, to be honest. Aaron Evans, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, that's a lot of lag.
It's quite easy to do that one. Fuel tank is empty. Oh yeah. To make it square for us OCDers. Lol. As if OCD has got anything to do with square. Wait, what? Is that you?
Maybe.
On the radio?
It could have been me.
That is so like...
Yeah, I'm speaking into the microphone up in the tower, and there's 2 loudspeakers on the front of the tower. So the sound is coming out of those loudspeakers in the in-game voice.
It literally doesn't sound that way at all. Wait, I can't edit my vehicle because there's characters on board. As if. See you, pups.
Wow.
He's in the water now. Can you make ship take oil and deliver it? We've already done that before. We've delivered oil, delivered diesel, delivered Jet A. Right, so if we select this.
It's alright, pups, I'll save you.
I don't actually want to take that with me.
There you go, I've sat him at a desk inside the office.
Puppy's at a desk.
Get on with some work.
As if. Okay, so I think should do it. So if you look at the center of mass at the moment, it's about 2 blocks left of that hose. Just to bring this forward a bit. So the center of the mass is now here. I reckon that'll work better. What am I doing? I'm basically rebalancing the boat by moving the whole cabin forward. I have to move them now. And that pipe. And the door sensor. Gives you usable space at the back. Yeah. In theory, you could bring that winch back here now and just extend it when you want it.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Spartan, welcome back. So this, let me get rid of that. Oh my god, game. This here needs to go to the... I can actually put these outside like these. You don't need to bring them in. That's a bit better. And then the sensors here need to be moved. So they're actually in front of the door. So we're going to have to move one at a time. Can't see where the sensor is. There we go. Sensor's back where it should be. Right then, let's try messing about with these things. So if we look at the motors, the large electric motor has a mass of 400, but it doesn't tell us what it outputs. We know it can drive 3 propellers. The question is, would 3 of these be more efficient than one of them? And do we even need to put it through a gearbox? That is what I don't know. Just YOLO it. That's what we do in engineering. We just YOLO it. So if we do that, right, but instead of having, let's just see what the connections are on this. So this connects to, now this is interesting because this connects to both of the generators. So I guess we're going to have the generators sending power to all electric motors. It's easier to leave the gearbox in though than to remove it later. Don't forget to move the inner door sensor. That's a good point. And that is driven by the throttle. So what I'll do is I'll add I don't think a medium gen's going to fit here, actually. Oh yeah, it will. Just about. We'll stick a gearbox on this as well. Just in case we want to keep it. Rip. I was going to send it out the side, but hey ho. What, you told me not to drive off without the anchor? I never saw that. Literally never even looked, to be fair. Future proof. Okay, that's that taken care of. Right, let's get the electrical connections done. So this is connected to the generator. Has Dave been in chat? Dave? Can you be more specific? I know a few Daves. Everybody's got a friend called Dave. Why won't that go though? Or is it 3? So this relay is generator relay. And this, you can actually use this as a cutoff if you wanted to. Oh, Shave Dave. You mean David Olibido? So that can connect into A and A. And then B can go to here and here. Throttle comes from there. I believe Dave is on holiday or away for work or something like that. Right, so basically both generators pump into that relay, and then the relay connects out to the 3 motors. That's what's going on there. And then that clutch controls all 3 motors. Which just leaves this component here. So that can still measure things. Like whatever this one's doing, the other 2 are going to be doing the same, so we just need to measure one. It's up to this point the game looks a lot of fun. Dude, this is where it gets started. Okay. Let's see. Gearbox ratios. I knew there was something. 1:1 and 3:2. Okay. Indoor sensors. Indoor sensors. Otherwise, if I don't move those, we can't actually get out. Oh my god. It's like literally buried here somewhere. There it is. Right, where do we want it? We probably want it here, don't we? It is very, very hard to see. I thought it would be easier to see than this. What do you mean? You can use it to select one block? I use control left click a lot, but I'm not sure what you mean. Seriously? Why just... This is so dumb. Like, why can't you have various filter options? 1, show me sensors. 2, show me engines. 3, show me motors. 4, show me microchips. Like, just give me give me layers I can cut this thing up with. This is ridiculous. Is that it? No, where is it? It's gone. No, it has gone. I swear it's gone. It should be here.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Because that one connects there. And there should be an OR gate coming in there. It's gone. That's why I can't find it. It doesn't matter. I'll just put another one back in. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to find that one anyway. Should do it. Honestly, no idea what happened then.
That looks a bit more central now.
Yeah. I'm also going to move these because they're an absolute pain when they're on the deck like that. We'll do it this way instead. Long time watcher, first time commenter. Just wanted to say hi, C. Foster. Oh, hello, sir. Don't be shy. Don't forget to hook up the new gearboxes. I think they aren't connected. That's a very good point. 1 second. I think you are correct in that statement. Hopefully that's it. Right, so instead of it going straight down, it's going to go via this little U-bend. Okay. It's a massive jungle of wires and complicated bits that make no apparent sense to yet somehow work. If you was to open up any complicated system, you would see the same thing. Have you ever seen a microchip zoomed in? It's just, what on earth? The problem is if you have to build it in layers, yeah, piece by piece. The new door sensor needs configuring too. I already linked it up to the OR gate. What else is to configure? Things are only complicated.
Remember to add the variometer to get a better fuel burn.
You mean the fuel burn calculator thingy?
Well, that variometer I gave you yesterday, you were going to try that instead of the...
Instead of the Whiteland one.
Yeah.
Whiteland around.
I saw him chatting in Discord a bit ago. I haven't seen him in chat.
He's probably not watching. That's good. Yeah, we can swap it out then.
He'll never know.
He'll think his fuel burn's working perfectly. Place that there. The problem is the release connectors over here, which is slightly irksome. It's probably why you never get into a streamer, because you get overwhelmed with stuff easily. I've nobody to walk me through it offline. Easiest way for you to learn. You just teach yourself. thing is about these buttons is, it's not just the block you need the block plus the block in front. And if you don't get the block in front, you can't find it. It's weird. So we'll cut that, we'll put it over here. Let's rotate it. Cut that. Alright, we just need to merge those in. Hopefully that connects through there. That's the fuel. Well, the storage. Let's get rid of that. Never faffed around with triangles so much in my life. For this, we just want to drop it down, I think. It's going to look a bit weird, though. It's just a lot easier to connect those hoses if they're on deck level than if they're up here. But if I put that down there, it's kind of going to look weird next to this thing. We'll just drop it down one level. This is like the Zen part of the game with some wiring madness. Lol. No, just get those two blocks. messed up. Should still work though. Like that. Drop that down one, paste it. $26. How much time is that before you finish your build? That's an unknown quantity. All right, storage there, storage there. The variometer controller, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then make sure you set the smoothness up to full. And then leave it on seconds, probably the best.
I'm not sure I had it on full smoothness last time, to be honest.
And I think you have to put the output to reverse to get the positive and negative in the right direction.
What, really?
I think so, yeah.
What's it?
If I remember right, that's what I did on the pumps.
And what do we want to feed it? The data we want to feed it with?
You want to have from the fuel tank into it and then out to a gauge, like a dial or digital display, whatever. I have it going out to a dial on the fuel pumps.
So the actual... Yeah, because at the moment we've got a fluid meter.
Yeah,
I remember how...
Fluid level into variometer, and then out of variometer into dial.
Fuel time in seconds, fuel burn. It's only going to measure one thing, isn't it?
It'll measure how fast, like the liters per minute that you're burning, basically.
How fast it's going down.
Yeah. Same thing as it does on the pumps for the fueling rate. It'll give you liters per minute. Flow rate, basically.
So if we send fluid level into it, and we send the output of that to fuel burn. That one is irrelevant now. I think that's right. I've just got the fuel level going into it and it's going out to a display.
Yeah. I haven't tried it going to a digital display. I only try it going to dial, but I imagine it still does the same job.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Spawning.
Ooh. That's sitting very level.
Yeah, that looks a lot more balanced.
Yeah.
It's no longer heavy on the back though. It's also got two motors in it, different gearing, so this will be interesting.
Nice. Went with 2 instead of 3 then.
well, we'll see what happens in performance.
Yeah. Is that enough cable?
Yeah, it just doesn't want to let me pick it up for some reason.
That's always useful. I think it's set right. Yep, it's fueling.
We'll just put like 800 in it for now and see what it behaves like.
Yep, that's fine. Let me know when you want to detach.
Hang on, stop the pump.
Oh, I
Apparently the
pressed detach.
gearbox has no power. Yay.
Lol.
See you there, Aaron Evans. It's a good spot, sir. Quite right. Gearbox. Has power. Has connection. Right, let's try again.
Yas.
Yar. That's easy to jump on the back now.
Fueling.
Loading fuel. Yeah, I set the relay to on. Let's put like 1,000 in and stop there.
Okay, tell me when, because I don't have a...
Stop. I didn't configure the internal sensors, so they're not shutting the door anymore. Because it's probably picking up the entire room. So that's one problem.
Oh dear. Well, let's get those engines tested for the time being.
Throttle up.
Horn works.
Engine starts. Why have we got... There we go. 7 RPS on both. We have 3 propellers turning. Wait, let me just check they actually turn the same way. Yeah, they do. That's fine. Okay, full speed, what does that look like? Right, full speed looks at 21 knots, actually.
Right.
Slightly better. Now, if we change prop gear, we get about the same again, so yeah.
Right. Fuel burn looks to be jumping from about 0.7 to 1.5. Might need to put the smoothness all the way to the end, just to get a slightly better read on that number.
Oh, we can do 30 knots now.
Oh wow.
If we boost, if we hit the boost button, we can now do 30 knots. So that is a bit more efficient when it comes to burning fuel. Now it shows 4 point something, so yeah, you burn a lot more fuel
4.9 into 5.
than if you run in efficient mode. You lose, basically get a 50% boost in speed for about 5 times the fuel. But if you need to get somewhere quickly, you can do it.
Yeah. Which is always a good thing. How's it sitting in the water while you're driving?
Looks pretty good actually. The back end is not in the water as much.
Yeah.
The gearbox is the wrong way around. No, because if you look at what happens with the prop, the motor and the prop are on 1-to-1. If I change the prop, you get a lower on the motor and a higher on the prop. But it doesn't matter what speed you do. Like, there's no point having the prop gearbox, basically. I'd be better just taking out the prop gearbox and get the extra 5% back. The gearboxes are better on the actual engine. Yeah, that's correct, Duke. If you point towards the engine, then the ratios... I can explain this easily. It's correct. I don't want more torque, I want higher RPS on the prop, which is correct. So I need to adjust those sensors.
Yeah. Put the variometer smoothness all the way to the end as well.
Ten minutes later, I'll park the boat. Though. Is it better to power the motors from the batteries or direct from the generators? It's better to power them from the generators. Because if you power them from the generators, then... If you power them from the batteries, what happens is they'll take the generator power and they'll take the battery power and they'll run a lot quicker at first. And then as the batteries start to die, they'll fall back to a normal level. If you wanted to be super clever, you could have the batteries going in via a relay. And then when you need a boost, like a turbo button, you could flick the relay on, let the batteries hit the motor, and give you like a boost in power for a bit. That might give you whatever, 30 seconds boost. If you drive them straight from the generators, they're not taking power from your main systems, and instead you just have some little small gens to actually charge the batteries. And that seems to work better. So let's get rid of these gearboxes because we just do not need them. We're not going to need to measure that.
Want some cake?
Actually, I'm okay for cake right now. But thanks for the offer. Let's put a 90-degree bend in here. Mr. Refrick, you should micro-control the clutch, make a button to make it precisely 0. Dude, that's already on my list. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to have a keypad and you say, I want to go this speed. And it just deals with it. So that gets an extra 5% back. Meanwhile, back on deck, we don't need to have... We've got a engine RPS. It's fine. Prop RPS. We don't have that anymore. We have the motor RPS, which is effectively the prop RPS now. That one should still be linked. Yep. Now, variometer, we need to slide up. It's just a pity it like measures over a second and a minute, because I think something in between would work better. Like if it measures 10 seconds and smooths it out, that would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I think you... I'm not sure what the limits actually entail, but I think you can do something with the limits.
That's true.
I haven't messed with the limits, so I haven't used them yet.
Well, hang on. We know the fuel burn goes to about 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of 5.1, 5.2, something like that.
So if we go from 0 to 50, and then up here I can change the decimal display.
Don't forget to actually enable limits on the variometer.
Oh yeah. Enable limits 0 to 50, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what that'll do.
Can this game do file editing? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hemisphere, radius 1 meter. Right, I fixed the door sensors, I fixed the variometer, I've got rid of the clutches. Was there anything else?
Yeah, you need to give Whiteland access to workbenches.
Oh, is he in the game?
Yeah.
Didn't even know. Maybe I won't.
Oh.
Um, we could probably run a mission or run some fuel or something.
Yeah. That one you can jump on my train and we can go to Sawyer Island.
We could do that. No, that's from when I was messing around. And I couldn't see what was going on, so I painted it. Playing a mission in Stormworks? What is this madness? I know. Career mode for you. You should be able to do it now, Wyland. Where are you, Jack? Where's the train?
Oh, you want to do that? Okay. You got to jump to Spike X, then go to the train. As if it'll let me.
Yay! Under the map. Great
Again.
stuff.
That keeps happening when you jump up here.
Yeah, it's always this island for some reason.
This rain has not let up.
Nope.
Oh, mission failed. Boo.
We suck. Did you have the gearboxes connected to
lose our
the
rescue licenses,
motor
right?
or the prop, as in gearbox motor prop or motor gearbox prop? The second one is what it should be if you think about it.
Right, train's in, and that cost us nothing.
Why would I put the gearbox on the wrong side? Why would you ever have the motor in between the gearbox and the prop? That's crazy. You're going to go from power source, gearbox, thing you're trying to drive. You could see it. It went motor, gearbox, prop. Why does that look like it's got a weird black outline? Oh, okay. It takes ages to run up here.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, I'm fueling.
Only got 23k left in there. That's going to be hard to refill.
Yeah, I've got a tanker car I can spawn, so we can bring some back from Sawyer Island. Or bring it back from the Arctic. Refill with. There's the ladders at the back that are better to get up.
Well, you press F on this and nothing happens.
Yeah, the single ladders don't work.
That's because they're not a ladder, they're just a handle. Whiteland,
what?
you may
What are you
want to
doing?
not do that, Whiteland.
Whiteland, stop! Lol.
Wow, this cabin is cramped.
Yep. No life of luxury when you're on the rail all day.
So what's actually...
Whiteland, it's still fueling. Stop it. You're actually going to break it in a sec? I'll give it another 1,000 of fuel and that should be fine.
You do realise the moment you disconnect that fuel hose, you better be real quick getting on this train.
It's fine, because I can despawn the train if he disappears off.
I'll lose all the fuel, though.
Yeah. You can take a look at my setup.
What's the train designed to do, though?
It's a tanker train, so it carries fuel tanks.
Right, so we can bring fuel back.
Yeah. If we were to move this forwards, I could spawn in my tanker car. Okay, that'll do for fuel. Yeah, but like the tiniest bit, Whiteland, the tiniest. You only need to put the reverser onto 0.10. That's all you need for movement is 0.10. You have to go forwards a tiny bit more. We're still inside the bay. That's the wrong way. That's it.
See, he's having the same problems I had with the boat with electric motors. You end up yo-yoing constantly.
Well, this does have a loco brake. Also, he's in gaming room 3 if you wanted to track him down so he can hear us.
Where is he? Pups, are you okay to carry on for a little bit?
Oh, this is going to take a bit of a chunk out of our cash. About 15 grand.
Oh my god. We better earn it back.
I'm sure we will. Right, now ease it back, Whiteland, very gently.
Oh boy, I can't even watch.
Like 0.02 on the reverse.
Are we actually moving yet?
I think he's probably left the brake on.
I can't see us moving.
Yeah, you're not moving, Whiteland. You have to give it a teeny bit more. Okay,
Now
you're
we're moving.
That's it.
You want less than 5?
Well, you want to give it a bit of a bump just so the connectors engage. But just don't go super speed. Like a tiny bit faster.
That looks good to me.
Because the buffers are like they stick out further than the connectors to protect the connect. Yeah, push it back a bit more, little bit more. Give it a hard push. You're gonna have to give it a good old nudge.
Let's go forward and... There you go.
There you go. Okay. Let me just make sure. Hang on, stop, Whiteland,
You're gonna
stop!
kill him. Safety on the track, Whiteland.
Hit the brakes, Whiteland. Hit the brakes. I've got to get the pump sorted. Okay.
Are there any beds on the street?
No, there's no beds. Right, train power's all set up. Trailer's all set. Okay, you're good to go. It just needs a
battery.
0.10.
You need to generate some power. You're on half battery.
Oh yeah.
It's running quite quick.
Yep. I'll run it on full power to get the battery charged, and then afterwards I can drop it down a bit. You can see how quickly the batteries are charging even with us going at a good rate. Coming up on 80 miles an hour now.
How do we work the junctions then?
They should already be set up from when me and Pups were zooming along.
Should have put the engine at the back of the train, then it's not so noisy.
The engine is at the back.
Why is it so noisy?
It's a noisy engine.
Like you put your Arctic gear on the ceiling. That must be really fun to put back.
Yeah, there's heaters in here as well for when we go to the Arctic. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, Whiteland. It does weird stuff sometimes.
What do you mean,
glitches
Albin?
and stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit longer, Pops. Thank you. So which way are we taking a left turn and heading north?
We will be turning left and then taking the right track. And then that takes us over to Sawyer Island, which is a bit further to our east. You can see the top of it already unlocked.
Okay.
Which should be... You can put a little more on the reverser island, but just make sure the wheels don't slip.
I can't see half the dials because like when I look over to them, I think maybe it's picking up on your body hitbox, so it kind of stops me from seeing it. Weird.
Alright, yeah. Sometimes they might be a bit out of range as well.
It's not a huge amount of fuel left.
It's 3,000.
Yeah, but at that RPM, it's just absolutely chewing through it.
Bring it down a little bit now.
Would the stream be manageable without any modders? Oh, you mean like in chat? It kind of depends. It depends what day of the week it is, what time of the day it is, what game I'm playing. There's a lot of variables. Yes and no, Audi. Like if you go to different streamers' channels, you'll find their communities behave very differently. And then whatever the community's doing, whatever the streamer allows or wants to happen, the community does it, and then people that wander in will do that. So it kind of, it's not that simple. Is that little island, is that Sawyer?
That little island is just a little random island. Sawyer Island is a bit more to the east.
Are we going at full speed?
No, we're going a bit slow. I think probably because we've got that trailer car attack. Normally we should be doing about 120 miles an hour.
Why is the trailer car slow it down?
It's extra weight.
Yeah, it's a bug in 10.8 Whiteland they've introduced last night. When I go into the map or the workbench, it kind of FPS lags everybody else. Some chat you can't even read it. Yes, it is quite spammy, some of them. Wait, I'm not driving. Whiteland's driving. And now he's flicking switches. It's never a good sign.
If we want to change driver, we stop first.
Yeah, I ain't getting up.
Because when I got out of my seat when we and Pups were doing this, I went flying through the side of the train.
Yeah, that's what I said, Krusty. I said it's really
running around fine,
cozy in here. Yeah, he kind of gets bored easily and then starts fidgeting.
No. Quick, take the wheel. No, what are you doing, man?
I might go into map mode now just so he glitches.
Evil.
Have these doors got locks in them?
No, I took the locks off.
It's a great view. It's like looking through some binoculars, looking through like the inside of a toilet roll holder, and then you get that view. Wait, why doesn't screens work?
Because, as you'll notice, the screens aren't there. We haven't unlocked monitors and cameras in our
Okay.
save yet. Well, I'm getting a bit cold. I have to put some Arctic gear on. We're getting massive wheel slip.
All I did was press W on the reverser.
Yeah, you have to keep it at about 0.10. You can usually put a little bit more in when it's just the loco, but with the trailer, I guess it's not liking it.
Yeah, I can't do. I can do 0.13 now.
Right. Yeah, you got to feed it in really slowly, just by really gentle taps.
It's very hard to get rid of that brake. If this normally does 120 and we're only doing 44 with this thing, that's pretty bad.
The speed is coming down quite badly. While you're back there, attach the trailer car.
I decided to check the Pax PG album. I think it.
Slow down.
I don't know.
You're doing 80
I can't remember the early days very well. We just kind of built it up. It starts and ends with a streamer, really. It's like how you behave and how you expect everybody else to behave. That's where it all starts. Yeah, we're doing a ton now. Woohoo! There goes somebody.
Yep, that was me.
What did you do?
I was trying to detach the trailer and I just lagged off the side of the train.
You got up off your seat.
Yeah.
You said don't do that, right? You said the last time that happened, you glitched horribly. Oh.
Well,
You got up off your
to
seat.
get the trailer off.
So is it just me in here now?
I think Bartland's still on board.
I don't see him.
Oh, he might have fallen off too then. Lol.
Cool beans.
When you get to Surrey Island, buy a workshop and then we can spawn back there.
I'm on my way. Blimey, it's a long way, isn't it? Fuel, yeah. 1600 litres. Have a look at the batteries on. 0.8. That's sustainable. So, there's like 2 smaller islands towards the east. Is it beyond that?
You see that bit of green that's just popping through on the map?
Yeah.
That's Sawyer Island. That's the top left corner of it.
The train doesn't go though.
It will. The line continues on for a little bit and then goes down onto the...
There's no way I've got enough fuel for that.
You should have if the generator keeps going at its current rate.
Well, I have like 1500 fuel left.
Oh.
There's just no way there's enough to do that run.
Started with 4,000 one. But then when there was all that messing around, draining the battery at first, just trying to get it all connected up. That drained the battery, so I had to run the generator higher for a bit.
I'm just going to turn the gens down and try and manage the battery.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, we've got battery drain, but maybe if I get it right. The devs built the train track. It comes with the map. Right, so on the right, that's Sawyer Island on the right, and there's some little islands here.
You could always turn the lights off, see if that helps.
Well, we're doing 80.
Nice. You're not far away now.
Well, it's directly on my right. It just depends how quickly this track turns back in.
I think it's not very far after the blacked out part. It starts to curve around to the right.
But here's the
South.
thing. We won't have enough money to buy Sawyer Island.
I'm not sure what the cheapest one is on there. I've actually never seen Sawyer Island in career mode.
I'm guessing it won't be cheap. And we've only got so much... The more money we spend, the less fuel we can buy. Less money we can make, you know. We need to do missions to get the money back.
Yeah. But at the very least, hopefully you can refuel. And maybe even bring some fuel back with you.
There's a long way still, not enough fuel for sure. I don't know. We're not burning it so much now. The battery's coming down a bit though. The problem is,
I don't have the latest.
the way the game works is a bit annoying. As your battery level comes down, the motor speed drops, which is a bit dumb. Like batteries, if you think about little AA batteries and you put them in your device, they generally give full power until they get near the end of the life, and then they collapse very quickly. They don't just have like linear drop off.
So close to the unrevealed section.
Oh, I'll make it to that easy. I've got 1100 litres left.
Nice.
I can definitely get through some hidden stuff here. Yeah, because you can see what's happening. I was doing 80 when it was on 0.7. Now the battery's down to 0.6. The battery speed's coming down. But because I'm charging the batteries now, the speed's starting to pick up. It's just weird. This sea looks rough.
Yeah, it's very rainy right now.
Ooh, coasting.
You're getting a bit of snow as well.
Wait, how do I turn the heating off? I'll press 5 again. I can't turn the heaters off?
It takes a bit of time for it to go back off.
Oh, does it?
Like old-fashioned electric bar heaters, so they very slowly dim back down.
Is there an indicator light? I don't actually know if the heating's on now.
This, you can see they're getting darker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's not how modern batteries work, B3. Old batteries used to work that way. Old batteries used to like go down like that. Your batteries hold the charge and then drop off.
Curving down and back towards the island now.
Yeah, we've discovered a bit more. Yeah, doing this by boat, that'll take a while.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance to Sawyer Island, but the Arctic's even worse. I know that with a completely full tank of fuel, just the locomotive part alone will get to the Arctic and then run out as it arrives.
Blimey.
That's 15,000 litres the loco can carry by itself.
This storm is just not going away either.
Nah. The tanker car can carry 120,000 litres.
Oof. This fuel burn, man.
Ooh, 800.
I mean, how far is it?
You should be just coming down to it now. Yeah, you are coming down to it. You're on the curve back toward.
You sure? I'm just going through some islands.
You'll go through the islands. You'll continue down at that diagonal direction, and then just at the end of what's currently visible, you'll turn south and go straight into the island.
And I can refuel there, yeah?
You should be able to, yeah. There's a train yard there. You should have another 30,000 litre tank there.
That sun looks pretty cool right now.
Yeah, there's the south turn you've just discovered. Yeah, so close.
Might just make it, yay! I think we'll be fine. We'll get there. It's whether we can afford to buy anything, though. That's the problem. If it's like 10,000, fine. If it's 100, no. Well, Mr. Mendes, I don't know. If they sell fuel, yes.
Coming up.
If they sell fuel, I can buy it. Otherwise, if it's like a fuel container, do I need to go right or left?
I'm not sure until more of the map discovers.
Oh boy. One mistake here could be critical.
I'm keeping an eye on it as it slowly uncovers, so I'll tell you as soon as I can tell.
With the fuel levels being as they are, I need to make the right decision.
Yeah. Just hoping to be able to tell you as soon as possible. Okay, you want to turn... Ooh. Yeah, you want to turn right. You want to take the right track.
What's the signal gonna... this point gonna be on, do you think?
I have no idea, but if you go into first person mode and like, do the zoom in, you might be able to see it. You should be able to see now what they say.
Green right.
Yeah, you want to go right. And North Harbour, which is the one you're heading for, is 60,000.
Still alive. We're finishing soon. Is that the track? Is that a terminal?
Yes, that's an endpoint.
Are you sure we can buy fuel from here?
Yeah. I remember putting the Bowser in when I did the fuel rework. So there is one there.
Wait, is all this train track?
No, it's all roads. Sawyer Island has loads of roads all over it because it's the
okay.
mainland. So this would be, once we've sort of discovered a bit of this would be where we start to use vehicles more, cars. And...
Oh, is this one with all the trees? I see them now.
yeah, trees everywhere.
Oh my life, there's like 300 fuel left. I just had enough. If there's no refuel point here though, then rip. And I can't see anywhere to buy the island either.
Yeah, it's the green marker on North Harbour. It's 60,000. Or you've just uncovered an airstrip. That's 120,000.
Yeah, you can build land
vehicles.
vehicles.
Jet fuel. We could buy both. I'm not sure what track you want. You want to go into the middle garage on the left track.
Oh, well, the signal's wrong.
Well, as long as you get into the middle garage, you can refuel.
How do I set the signal again?
You go up to it and there'll be a button on it. Don't forget to engage the brake before you get out of the train. Last thing you want is that disappearing off under you.
Yep. Set the switch to go straight.
Yep. Yeah, as long as you're in that middle shed, then you'll be fine for refueling.
I can only get on at the back, right?
Yeah. I really need to change that front ladder.
And make that a slope.
Yeah. You used to be able to go up a single block like that as a step, but then they stopped it. Well, I can see that the fuel tank is actually there.
Yep, there's definitely a fuel bowser here.
The refueling port is at the back of the train on the side. But you made it. How much you got left?
I think we're stopped. About 200.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a close call. Whew. Where's the
Nice
master
job.
breaker switch?
The master breakers are the two breakers underneath the light buttons.
Oh, the battery breaker. Oh boy. Yeah, better fuel management, otherwise we never made that.
That was very nicely done.
Yay! We can fill up here. Thing is, it's all very well nicking all this fuel, but if you don't bring some back, you won't be doing this again.
Yeah. That's why we'll have to get up to the Arctic and start getting cheap crude.
Yeah,
Sell
but
that
you're
and...
still gonna have to pay to bring it back. Right, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it there because my food's ready and stuff.
Yep, that's fine.
We're already slightly over time here.
I think that was a good challenge, complete for the day.
Yeah. We need to buy something here, though, otherwise we can't tell. Oh, there it is. 120 grand for the island.
That's one of the airstrips. The greenhouse symbol up actually where you are.
60.
That's the cheaper one.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I can buy it, but we won't have any money to do fuel runs with.
Yeah, well, we could do one jet fuel run next time round, and then we'll have enough to buy.
Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm back tomorrow at 12. Proper full day tomorrow. So hopefully we can see you then. Have a great rest of your Friday. I'm going out, so I'm not in this evening, hence why I streamed this afternoon. But I shall be back. Thank you to Pups for doing the overtime, and thanks to Jack and Whiteland for joining me, and I shall be back, as they say, tomorrow at 12. So, have a great Friday. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.